Good evening, friends. Today we'll talk about the effects of changes in the value of money. The other day we had seen what is value of money, what are the factors that affect the value of money, changes in the value of money, and what are the effects of changes due to changes in value of money, effect of changes in the economy. How does it affect the economy because of changes in the value of money? Primarily, money has this inherent capacity to be exchanged, to be spent, to be held, to have certain value. What do I mean to say from that is, it doesn't have value only because of inherent capacity to do certain things, but also it gets value because public has the willingness to hold. It has certain value because public wants to hold money, right? Of course, why they want to hold money? So that their needs, wants and desires are met, are fulfilled, etc. Willingness, what does it do if there are changes in the value of money? Willingness of the public to hold and use currency in a planned manner. Whenever the currency is used because of the willingness and because of the willingness to hold it in a phased manner, in a planned manner, these things gets distracted because due to undue fluctuations in prices. And because of undue fluctuations in prices of goods and services, adversely impacts the willingness of the public to hold money and use it in a planned manner. And hence, it also affects value of money. Now, what does it put it the other way around? Value of money is because of intrinsic value or inherent value, also because the willingness of the public should be there, and also the ability to spend should also be there. That gets affected because of undue fluctuations in prices, and ultimately it affects value of money. Which means, if changes in the value of money is the result of, say, XYZ factors, conversely it also is getting affected because of undue changes in prices. Now, if there are undue changes in prices, the willingness to hold and use currency, right? The functions of money get affected. Which means value of money, changes in value of money affects the functionality of the money itself, right? Ability to exchange. It's a unit of exchange, unit of account of money, and it has a transaction value, precautionary value, speculative value, motive. All these things, they get affected. Now, because of changes in the price levels and hence changes in value of money, it affects consumption pattern. Say, for example, because of there was positive impact or positive value of money. Positive value of money means you can buy more goods in, say, 100 rupees. If the prices are going up, the bouquet of goods that you are going to purchase, it increases. Say for example, earlier, if 100 rupees, you can buy 5 products. But if the prices are, say for example, 2 products are going up, you will compromise either the quantity or you may not even purchase that particular products. That means earlier 100 rupees, you will get 5 products. Since the prices have gone up, or maybe because of the value of money has gone down, means you are going to buy only 2 products. Now what is happening because of that? The consumption pattern is changing. Earlier you might be buying more of need-based goods, want-based goods. Now you are buying more of need-based products. You are sacrificing want-based, desire-based products you are not even thinking of, right? So changes in value of money affects consumption pattern. So earlier maybe you were buying 5 liters of milk every day. Because of the prices have gone up, which means the value of money has come down. Value of money coming down means the purchasing power of the money has come down. You are sacrificing some goods in order to fit into the budget of 100 rupees. So that is what we mean to say changes in the value of money. Affects consumption pattern. You are consuming less, right? When you're consuming less, say for example of a certain product, if it is falling in desire-based product, the market may not be affected. But if it is falling in want-based or if it is falling in need-based, it is going to be adversely affecting the consumption patterns. And because of changes in value of money, distributions of incomes will be affected with a possible gain for some and losses for the others. Right? Here I would like to say, if some people owe me money, right? If some people owe me money, I might gain because of changes in value of money. That means if the value of money is getting affected, right, distribution of incomes will also be affected with gains for some and losses for the others. People who owe money to someone else may lose money because they are going to give more as the value of money has gone down or changed. So distribution of incomes, it is going to be affected. Leads to diverse and different effects on costs and prices of different goods, like I told you. Because of changes in the value of money, right? If the prices have gone up, you might be able to buy. If the costs have gone up, if the prices have gone up, the cost of manufacturing that particular product will be adversely affected, right? Say for example, if the value of money depreciates, that means the input costs, if they have gone up, definitely that is going to affect the costs. If the value of money goes up, means the prices have come down, the costs may also come down. So, diverse effects. Say for example, input cost, it may go up, hence the output cost will also go up. Since the output cost goes up, prices of commodities they go up, consumption pattern changes, income distribution changes, and value of money starts falling. So, very practically if you see, जिसको हम कहते हैं कि महंगाई बढ़ गई है, right? So because of that, what happens is that either you are going to consume less, your incomes will be compromised, right? The costs may go up, prices of different goods may go up because of that, and hence you are seeing changes in the value of money. Now, what is this? Leads to diverse and different effects of costs and prices of different goods. Now, because there is a diverse and different effects on costs and prices of different goods, it is going to affect the production of those commodities and profitability of the production of those commodities. If the costs go up, the production may become unviable, financially unviable. So what do? You produce less. even though there might be demand for the particular product. Because the cost of manufacturing that product has gone up, because input costs have gone up, the production pattern and profitability of the production cycles may also be adversely affected. Now, since the value of money is going up and down, right, it changes the valuation of assets and pattern of wealth distribution, right? In other words, valuation of assets means, say for example, you take gold. If the prices of gold it goes up, the quantity of the gold that you can hold will be less. On the other hand, if the gold prices come down, the value of money goes up, you might hold more quantity of gold. That means, because of changes in value of money, simply put, value of money changes means the prices of respective commodities that can be purchased from one unit of currency is getting affected. Very simple answer for that. What do you mean by changes in the value of money? Against one unit of currency, say for example, at the start of the year you are purchasing 5 products. At the end of the year, since the prices have gone up, against one unit of currency you are purchasing now 3 commodities only. This is what we say changes in effect of value of currency, of money. Now because of that, what is happening? Valuation of assets. The gold which you hold, it undergoes rapid changes. Say for example, if I am holding 10 grams of gold with me, if the prices of gold have gone up, means the valuation of the assets that I hold has gone up. That is the 10 gram of gold. If the prices of gold they fall down, the valuation of the asset of 10 grams of gold will also go down. Right? It is simply like share prices. If the share prices of the stocks that I am holding it goes up, means my assets have become more valuable. My shares have become more valuable. If the share prices they come down, which means the valuation of the assets that I hold has also definitely come down, and hence pattern of wealth distribution also changes. It changes in income due to distribution, thereby affecting savings and investments. If the prices of commodities, if they go up, my incomes are going to be affected. I may not consume more of a certain goods because the prices of X, Y or Z goods have gone up. I may consume less of A, B, C goods, right? So, because of that, and whatever I am consuming, if it largely falls in need-based category, then most of my money I will be spending more on satisfying my needs, fulfilling my needs, right? Wants are satisfied and desires are met, right? So, if the prices they go up, the wealth distribution is changed, and since wealth distribution is changed or valuation of assets is changing, it affects the income levels. In other words, changes in value of money means, again coming back to that, purchasing power of money. When you say positive change, purchasing power of money has gone up. When you say negative change, that means purchasing power of money has come down. Purchasing power means, say for example, in 100 rupees you used to buy 5 products, now you're buying 3 products, it has negatively affected the value of money. So because of that, changes in income distribution. Now what this is all leading to, if the value of money keeps on fluctuating, adversely affects the economic activity, that is production, distribution, consumption, PDC. So whatever, if the value of money is not stable, you will not produce more. If you're not producing more, you will not distribute more. If you're not distributing more, people are not going to consume more. Very simple. So what does the government do? Now why does the prices they go up and down? Why don't they remain stable? See, prices of goods and services, they are dependent on demand and supply of goods and services. Now, when is there a demand for a certain product? Right? When more money is in the hands of the public, people will spend. And if people spend, there is going to be demand. And if there is demand, the prices will go up. And if the prices go up, what happens? The value of money starts to fall. Right? Very simple. On the other hand, if there is more supply of goods and services into the economy, what happens? The prices, they fall. So people start to have more residual income. That is, people may have money more within their hands. They can have more money to hold. Since they are having more money to hold, they might think of investments, they might think of savings, they might even think of spending it on alternative products. So what is happening? Because of that, since the prices have come down, the value of money has gone up. And people either will hold more assets, they'll save more, investments will go up, unemployment starts to become stable. So everything is dependent on what? Remember the activity. That's prices of goods and services. And who determines prices? Ironically, it is the money that determines the price levels of a certain commodity. Now, how do you make it more valuable? If the money is able to fulfill the function of exchange, if the people are willing to hold money, then the value of money remains either stable or it goes up. That's all for now. Thank you. Take care.